What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Random Video on this channel. And I've been posting so much stuff recently, it's not even funny. I started a sports channel. You can see the links in the description. That's right, I'm promoting it to you guys because you guys probably followed me from one of my other channels, or you heard about me somewhere, and that's why you're listening to me on this channel. So yeah, if you want to see the sports channel, it's fantastic. It's gonna be a weekly show, and I'm doing a lot of episodes on there because I want to see what's going to happen with that channel. So link in the description to that. And by the way, tomorrow when I record a video for this channel, I'm actually gonna change the setup. I'm gonna be behind the desk. I want to just change things up, and I want to hear your feedback. So tomorrow's going to be a different kind of episode on this channel. But for today's video, same kind of setup as usual. I want to talk about Apple though, because Apple is saying a lot of stuff, and I thought it was interesting in my previous video when I told you guys about Apple and how they were going to be interested in virtual reality. Tim Cook said recently that he thinks virtual reality is cool. Wow, sounds like they're interested in VR. I told you guys, because the thing is, with Apple, they're always a company that wants to watch the other companies make mistakes. That's including Facebook or even Oculus, if you want to call them that. They want to make some company out there do all the work, and then Apple's going to come around and say, hey, let's just grab the technology from some company in Korea or wherever else. We're going to get the technology in our hands, and then we're going to make it the way it's supposed to be, and that's a little bit more refined and polished. Then when we look at Apple with the iPhone, now they're saying that a lot more Android users are going to Apple. And when I first heard this, I was like, wow, this sounds really familiar to what Apple usually says when they're talking about the iPhone, because they want everyone to go over to Apple, obviously, and use their phone. But the more I think about it, there's not really one Android phone that just owns the whole market where everybody wants it. Right now we have a situation where some people like Samsung and TouchWiz, some people like HTC Sense, you know, with HTC, and then some people even like stock Android with just Nexus phones. But even with the new Nexus phones, it wasn't like everyone was running to upgrade their phone. And I think what's happening again is that the market is watered down. Not everyone is going to one company or other with Android. So I can actually see a point that Apple's making, that a lot more Android users would just go to Apple and get an iPhone because it's one platform and one phone. I still don't like iOS. I don't like the way it's developed. I don't think it looks good. But when I look at the situation with Android, I can kind of understand what's going on. I think what Google should do, this is just my personal opinion, but I really think Google should do this. Forget about HTC Sense and TouchWiz. Just forget about it. I know they probably won't do this, but if they were smart, they should. Forget about all of that and then focus in on the Nexus phone and make it the best phone out there. Really put your work into the Nexus phone. Who cares about Samsung or even HTC? I'm not talking about the hardware. We're just talking about the actual platform running on the phone. Because you know, if you use HTC Sense or even TouchWiz, you're getting a variation of Android. It confuses people. People don't really understand what they're getting. Because I've used a recent version of TouchWiz. I don't know what you guys are doing, Samsung. That's not Android to me. That is TouchWiz. That is something that you guys want to make into, like, what, Tizen? That's like a variation of Android that doesn't look like Android to myself. So when I see Android on a Nexus phone, stock version of Android, I know what I'm getting. Then those people who want to do whatever they want to their phone, because there's a lot of people who like to root their phone, and you want to put your own spin on Android, go right ahead. That's for those people. But for the market, they're not interested in all of that because most people don't want to root their phone. Most people don't want to get a variation of the platform. They just want to get consistency. And I think Android lacks that with the variations. I think we just need to focus in on the stock version of Android. Just my personal opinion. Anyways, I would like to know what you guys think. Do you think it's true that more Android users are going over to Apple for the iPhone? And also, I'd like to know what you guys think about Apple, even though they didn't say it, possibly working on a virtual reality project in the future. And of course, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.